Tonight on Sports Saturday, the Tide has the week off, but we aren't resting. We've got a full slate of college football. It's Elimination Saturday in the Grove. The Tigers and Rebs battle it out as their playoff fate hangs in the balance.
We're going to Ole Miss. We're trying to win the game.
Plus, it's a wild cocktail party in Jacksonville. Who would play like they had a few too many? We're good, streaky! Yeah! So get up. We're not monkeying around. Don't be scared. Halloween's over, but Sports Saturday starts right now.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, live sports. From Alabama's sports team, this is WVUA Sports.
I hate to start on a sour note, but we just start with a poor display of sportsmanship in the Maryland-Penn State game. Look at this. Jen, you played sports. Before the game, you shake hands with the other team, right?
This is hashtag no good.
Terrible.
No
Just
good.
part of the game, though. Maryland got penalized 15 yards, but unfortunately, the Terps beat the Nittany Lions 20-19, so they were rewarded for their bad behavior.
But their AD did come out with a statement apologizing on behalf of the players. So
That is true.
hopefully the players will as well.
No poor sports here, though,
Yeah.
right?
Nope, not us.
We're good sports. Welcome into Sports Saturday, everybody. I'm BJ Millican, alongside former James Madison athlete Jenn Chapman.
Just throw that out there. There might be some sore sports in Oxford, Mississippi tonight. A huge game between the number 3 and number 4 team in the new college football playoff poll. Here's a quick look at the top 5 in the initial poll released Tuesday night. Already an absolute crucial matchup between Auburn and Ole Miss in Oxford.
That's right. You know, Alabama fans in this one, Jen, might have to be cheering for the Tigers. Gasp. Back and forth in this one, though. Auburn down 3 when Auburn things start happening. Nick Marshall, the heave to Sammy Coates. What? Great catch.
And then later the same drive, Cameron Artisan Payne puts the icing on. It goes in from 6 yards out. Tigers up 35-31.
138 for him. Still time, though, for Dr. Bo. 138 to go. He finds his favorite target, Laquan Treadwell. He refuses to go down. Initially ruled in the end zone, but upon further review, a fumble. Auburn recovers. Treadwell, unfortunately, seriously injured there. The Tigers survive in Oxford, 35-31. Coach Malzahn was asked if this was an elimination game.
I don't know about elimination game and all that. Still one of the better teams in the country. You know, they've had 2 close losses, but our guys won. I'm so proud of them. This was a very hard-fought win.
Here are the final numbers. Great game for Nick Marshall, leading key drive after the key drive, and a tough break for Laquan Treadwell. Seriously hurt at the end of the game, maybe the end of the season for him, but what a game before that.
What a game. Big game in Jacksonville, too, for Will Muschamp today. Florida Gators, Georgia Bulldogs. Not a great start for Florida. Uh-oh, Nick Chubb gets around the outside. Watch him bowl over these guys. Boom! They're going down. Dogs up early. How about them dogs? Woo, woo, woo.
But
what
the Gators have to lose. They check out the fake field goal. Michael McKinley goes 21 yards, and we've got a ball game.
Strap them on. Here we go. Florida running the ball at will, though, in the second half. Matt Jones, watch him. He gets loose down the sideline, getting loose. Here we go. Dancing, running, touchdown. Florida throws 6 passes, Jen, all day. 418 yards rushing, and Florida shocks Georgia 38-20.
Top-ranked Mississippi State hosting Arkansas. Brett Bielema and the Pigs doing some work early, already up 3. Dak Prescott is going to be picked off by Alan Turner. Then it's time to bring home the bacon. Alex Collins punches one in from a yard out. 10-0 Pigs. Look at that. But State wakes up. It's time to get to work. Dak Prescott with the 12 minutes to go finds Fred Ross. 69 yards, and State survives a big scare from Arkansas, 17-10.
Missouri, hey, they needed a win over Kentucky today to stay on top. That's right, on top of the SEC East, thanks to Georgia's loss. Bud Sasser. Matty Mock says, I like Bud Sasser. I like his name. 3-yard score to get scoring started. Later, same duo, this time a little further out. Watch Sasser. Oh, in the corner of the end zone. How did he catch that? Those 2 TDs, though, plenty. Tigers win 20-10. And hey, how about Kyle Allen got the start today for suspended Kenny Hill in the Texas A&M La Monroe game, and it wasn't easy, guys. Centarius Donald going to put this one in from a yard out. Warhawks tied the game early. Allen and company, though, in a dogfight. He got some help from his friend Trey Carson. How many yards does he run here? Watch him. He's going. Middle of the field. He's going all the way to the outside. You know how many he accounted for, though? Only 5.
But that was like 15.
Exactly. Oh, at least. He was probably like 40. Aggies survive a scare, 21-16. Auburn next week for them.
Let's check out the scoreboard. Lots of late games tonight. Tennessee, in the fourth quarter. We just got an update score on that. South Carolina's up by a touchdown. And then Vanderbilt is up 42-28 over Old Dominion. That looks like that is a final.
Yep. Still a lot more coming up on Saturday, or Sports Saturday, including a big day around the nation, college football.
A game that has big implications for the Tide.
And, speaking of Alabama, even though they were off today, we're rolling through scenarios for the Tide to make their way into the top 4. Here's Nick Saban's thoughts, very interesting thoughts, when Sports Saturday returns.
And they get a free play.
Back with our play of the day from the A&M game. Check out Speedy Noyle. Whoa!
Touchdown, A&M.
What a catch. Watch the concentration here, Jen. Nice snag right there. 39 yards for that score. Watch it again. Concentration. The fortunate bounce for the Aggies. They won a closer than expected ball game today. But, they'll take a close win over what happened in Tuscaloosa a couple of weeks ago for sure.
And it was a quiet day today around here at the stadium, here in our office. The students are all gone on break, but they've got LSU underway.
Yeah, that's right. LSU next week. Big game for Bama's playoffs hopes tonight. We'll talk about those in just a second. Saban saying earlier this week, though, the Tide control their own destiny.
And this week was all about preparation for the Tigers coming up. It's also a chance for the Tide to get healthy. Cam Robinson still nursing a high ankle sprain. As for the playoffs, Nick Saban made it very clear what he thinks of all the talk surrounding the first poll of the year.
I don't even care, to be honest with you. Don't know and don't care, because it doesn't matter right now. It's really sort of, it's great for fans. It's great for the media. They can have an hour show on ESPN about, who got ranked and who did this and what Lou Holtz thinks and, what all that. But it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's my new mantra. Don't know, don't care. Here's a closer look at the Alabama-LSU series as of late. This thing has been about as good as it gets. The Tide have a 3-2 edge in the last 5 meetings. And look at that stat. This will be the first time since 2010 that neither team will be ranked #1 in America. That's pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
Wow. Well, one of Alabama's opponents hoping to make the Tide look good today as they were trying to knock off a top 10 opponent.
That's right. I wanted to show you these highlights earlier, but I just forgot that it was now. The opener against West Virginia looking better every week. Today, the Mountaineers hosted 7th-ranked TCU. Great game in Morgantown. Trevone Boykins finds Josh Doxson, but he forgets to hang on to that football. Terrell Chestnut takes advantage. He's in the end zone. WVU up 27-13, but the Froggies hop back. Down 9. BJ Cataline. Great name, by the way. Great result. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They can't kill the clock, though. Jaden Oberkrum for the win. Good. TCU saves the couches. Maybe they'll burn them anyway. 31-30 over West Virginia.
Well, who said Duke is just good at basketball?
Not
On
me.
the road at Pitt. Fourth quarter, the Blue Devils, Devin Edwards goes the distance. Look at this kickoff return, 99 yards. This puts Duke up 38-31. Unbelievable. And then with 2 seconds left, Pitt's Chris Blewett for the win. No, you did not go there. 26-yard field goal, no good. We're going to overtime, and 2 overtimes to be exact. 5 yards out, Duke's backup quarterback, Thomas Sirk, he makes it in the end zone. Number 24 ranked Blue Devils stay 7-1 on the year.
That's the easiest pun in
way to go.
in
I'm
history.
sure he loves it.
Exactly. Nebraska hosting Purdue in Lincoln. Cornhusker's already up 7, but Purdue, they hung around. Austin Appleby goes right for the gut, or up the gut even. 25 yards on the quarterback draw. He gets up and he's fired up. Nebraska fans, though, they're not real happy. They'd be even more unhappy after seeing this. Heisman candidate Amir Abdullah injures his left knee. He did not return. As for the game, though, Tommy Armstrong makes up for his loss. He is going to go 30 yards in this one. They win the game big, 35-14.
Now over to the 18th ranked Sooners, paying a visit to the Cyclones of Iowa State. First quarter play looks like it might be botched, but QB Trevor Knight goes 31 yards for the first score of the game. Emphasis on first score. Here's Knight with his third touchdown pass of the game. This one to Blake Bell. Knight also ran for 3 touchdowns, so 6 right there. Oklahoma just making this look easy, winning 59-14.
That's a blowout.
We've got much more sports coming up on Sports Saturday coming your way, including some local scores and highlights.
That's right. You know, even though Halloween's over, we've got a little spirit still left in us. See what we mean when we return. Nothing like a little pranking on Halloween. Last night before the Suns shoot-around, players were greeted by a baby T-Rex dinosaur. Some great reactions here. It must have been some good motivation, though, because look at them run.
A baby T-Rex, it's huge.
Yeah, exactly. Any T-Rex, baby or not, are going to be scared. They did defeat the defending champs, San Antonio Spurs, at home. You know, it's nice to have the NBA back, but we've still got some college football to cover. No game at Bryant-Denny or Jordan-Hare, but they did play at Miles College today.
That's right. Stillman making the short trip up the interstate today. They were taking on Miles Golden Bears at their place. Game tied in the second quarter when Alexander Morrison goes up the middle. 13-7 lead for them. Stillman with the read option, fakes the cameraman, and Dondre Purnell with the 2-yard score. He has no problem finding the cameraman, though. Pulls out the 26-22 win, Miles College over Stillman.
Great honor for Sanford coach Pat Sullivan. His name added to the field house before the game. The Bulldogs hosted Concordia for homecoming, and it was a blowout. 55-0 in this game. Let's look at the full screen for the local scoreboard. Look at that. A lot of local stuff going on. UAB wins, South Alabama falls, Jack State wins, and North Alabama drops the game.
Alabama swimming hosting a double duel meet today between LSU and Auburn. On the men's side, defending NCAA champion Christian Golick making it 3 wins this year in his signature 50 free with a time of 19.65, added a first in the 100 free. Strong showing in the backstroke events. Connor Osling taking first in the 100 back and second in the 200. Over to the women's side, Kaylin Burchell getting it done in the breaststroke, claiming first in the 100 and second in the 200. Nice double there. And Bonnie McDonald powered her way to second in the 500 free. The men's team beat LSU, fell to Auburn as the women lost to both LSU and Auburn.
All right, real quickly before we get out of here, we still have some Halloween spirit. Let's check out some Halloween costumes from last night. Lane Kiffin, Nick Saban. That's a pretty good one. A lot of Lane Kiffin in this one. There's Lane and Layla. Here we go. We got about 10 seconds. Let's see. More Lane. We had another good one coming up here. That's Catherine Webb McCarron.
Oh, wow.
AJ's. Yeah,
well played.
That's all we have. Good night, everybody.